finesse the source. I master the course, and I'm still alive, man. Jesus walks. Yes, what's going on, people? Myself, Man Like Rage, back again with another episode for you lot. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. You gotta be in it to win it. Support your boy. Let's get it. So, cool. I've made previous videos on Fredo, and I've posted certain things online, and then everybody jumps up with their story and their version of events, and they want to explain things that they think they know or may have heard or whatever, experience, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, people always seem to have some sort of story to tell, you know what I'm saying? But before we even get into all of that, like, seeing what's been going on with, like, Fredo being in Dubai for, like, over a year, whatnot, not coming back to the UK, seeing that his brethren's all court cases and Fredo name being thrown into the mix with that because they're saying that they saw evidence with him speaking in group chats on Snapchat or whatever, talking about trying to get their hands on certain weapons for their rivals, all of this street life, gang culture, rare. How it turns out now, which we've just seen and heard, that cool, the guys that got sentenced, they got sentenced. Fredo wasn't a part of that. So he's actually, his name's basically cleared on that side of things, which is good. But they're saying that he has another case that he's fighting, but I don't think the case is a major case, you know what I'm saying? It's something that he can just get a good solicitor and beat and continue with his life and do what he's doing and get back to the Fredo that everybody knows him as, you know what I'm saying? And what everybody expects of him, which is a musician, rapper, you know what I'm saying? Dropping big tracks, doing his numbers online, and just doing what you're supposed to do once you hit a certain level, if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Once you reach a certain level in the scene, in your career, you just do what you're supposed to do. You just focus, you lock in, and you cut off all the noise, because really and truly, everybody's outside jogging, like grinding, trying to change their lives, trying to get to a certain part in their career. And it's like, certain people get to certain positions and they don't ever look back. You know what I'm saying? That's why people will be like, oh, you get rich and switch. Like, you get rich and you switch up your life completely, so you don't have to go back to things that you was once doing. You get me? Being in places you were once being, indulging in activities you was once doing. You can change that all up, upgrade it for a better life, you know what I'm saying? A better outview. You can just live more comfortably and not have to worry about certain things. Your friends, your close friends can also come along with you and be a part of it and enjoy the fruits, you know what I'm saying, of the hard work, family. Like, allow it to benefit everyone, because really and truly, nobody wants to be majorly rich and successful and be all by yourself, because I don't know what fun is that? What are you going to do? Who are you going to enjoy your life with, spend time with? You know what I'm saying? Who are you going to be around? If you got kids, you know what I'm saying? Your children, it's for them to live comfortably as well, knowing that if you didn't have such a comfortable upbringing, you don't want your children to go through the same thing. So these are the things that you now start focusing on. So you intentionally leave certain things alone and focus on this, because you don't want to have to jeopardize it or ruin it, and know that you could possibly have your child going through certain things or living a type of life that you don't want them to go through, or you don't want them to live, because you've lived it and you know what it was like, and you know that it wasn't a great experience. And one of the things, besides like being an active parent in your child's life, seeing your child however many times you do see them, or you get me, however many times you can, depending on your situation, because obviously you know how it goes a lot of the time nowadays, co-parent and all of these things. So depending on what the situation is, seeing your child as much as you can and being actively in their life, also having money for them, having money to be able to afford the child, you know what I'm saying, for the child to be able to live comfortably and do all of these things, and I don't know, whatever it is, put them in certain activities and maybe private schooling, just whatever, man, just whatever to make the child's life a lot better than the average Joe, Yeah. So my point is, like, once you do hit that level and you can do these things for yourself and your family, we want to do the smart thing and not blow the opportunity, because we all have experienced some hardship in our lives along the way. Maybe not all. I don't know. Some people may have had absolutely perfectly beautiful upbringings, never had to worry, never had to stress, never had to about anything. Everything was all sorted. But how do you not live that life? Clearly someone before you had something patterned, someone around you, someone in your, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that a high percentage of us didn't really live that life, when we do get the opportunity to live that life, we are going to live that life, and we're not going to want to go back to it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to want to go from having a nice 5-bedroom house and all of these things and driving a nice luxury 4x4 car and all of these things to now going back to sharing a room in someone's house and jumping on a bus or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? That's just like basic understanding. Like, it's just normal, in it, common sense, in it. Like, nobody wants that for themselves. So when you can do these things, you do it and you stick to it. But a lot of people seem to get caught up in their past life and things that they used to do and still get drawn into it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we have to be in a position where we can get to a point where we say to ourselves, we have to just try our best not to get drawn back into certain things, no matter how hard it is, no matter how many voices we have in our ear, rare tear, because the cycle can just repeat itself and end up rubbing out everybody. Before we know it, nobody's left. But cool. I posted something the other day on Instagram talking about, Fredo, like, it would be good if he just focuses on music because he's rich, he could make good music, whatever. Then people pop up and be like, but hold on, Fredo's broke. Fredo ain't got no money. Like, he owes me peas. His bank accounts are frozen. He owes me peas. He hasn't got no access to his peas, whatever. And to me, it's like, how can you go online and say these things with no real backstory? Like, you're just saying things that you believe is true, or because someone has said something to you, so that's what you're going with and you're running with. These times you don't know anything. And now man's popping up. Richard Millie, Ring, Jules, like, you feel silly now. Like, you feel silly. People are in my comments trying to tell me these things, like, Fredo owes me money and he's staying me for extra. Respectfully, that's nothing to do with me. That's nothing to do with me. And I don't believe everything I hear and see online, because I know people remix stories to fit their narrative, and people cap and just make stuff up a lot of the time. That's why when I hear whatever I hear, is that cool, all right, whatever, I hear you, but I'm not running with you. I'm not with all that, because there's just, the online world, people can jump online and say whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? And people, a lot of the time, will just believe whatever they see and whatever they hear online. But it's like, once you've done so much and you've generated so much and you've got streams and all of these things coming through, come on, bruv. Like, how can you convince yourself that a man like that's got no bread? Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I just don't get involved. I don't care anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's because obviously it's not my pocket. I don't care. As long as I'm cool, I'm cool. If you lot got issues and whatever, like, just sort it out. Just try and handle it. Try and, you get me, fix the situation. Come to some sort of understanding and keep it pushing. But the reality of it is, like, people are not even thinking about what they're saying. Do you get what I'm saying? So the fact that a man is now showing you lot, stop talking, stop making up rumors. it's crazy because people are still gonna talk and make up rumors and say all these type of things that they believe is true in their head or because someone has told them. You lot are bringing it to me, bruv. I'm not the jury. I'm not, the court, whatever. I can't make a man pay you peas if you lot done business and it didn't go well. Now you might be trying to tell people a man's got no bread, a man's got no bread just because a man stained you for some peas. Like, what can I don't know what you want me to, sorry, bro. You know what I'm saying? But now that it's looking like things are on the up and things are looking a lot better, I just hope that things stay good, stays focused, releases music. You get me? Deals with the scene, how we should deal with the scene, you know? Be a UK artist, be able to move around freely, travel from country to country, not always have to look over your shoulder. I know it's not that simple, but it's like gradually working towards something, making those steps, you know? Like, one step at a time is okay, and eventually you can just pattern in a way where you're good and everything can just move. You know what I'm saying? And I know it doesn't happen overnight. It's not that straightforward. A lot of things have happened. I get it. But we need to break the cycle, bruv. We need to learn to break the cycle. Otherwise, it's just going to go on forever until everyone's rubbed out, like something's happened, and now it's just a story to tell. Like, we need to, think about it. Let's just think about it. I know there's a lot of pride and a lot of egos and a lot of things. And I don't love that for the culture, for the community, for you get me, my brothers and sisters and all of these things. But I do believe something can be done and something will be done. With that being said, myself, Ray, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and remember, God is the greatest.
Jesus walks, them man close the mouth when I speak. I got the keys, voice of the streets.